Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here today. As you can see, we have my regular co-host, Carrow Brown. Yay.
Hello.
Okay, I need to go. I'm like, I always end up like going halfway backwards. Hold on. Let me fix this. Yes, that's much better. I have my regular co-host, Carrow Brown. And Robert Jones, who is also usually with us, is not here today. But instead, we have Joan Ninja Hen. Yay!
Hey, everybody.
We're so excited about that. I know you guys all know her. She's fantastic. If you don't know her, the link to her channel is below. And you should definitely go check it out because she's hilarious. Yeah. And of course, Savvy is going to be joining us in a little bit. She has a work thing, so she's going to pop in a few minutes. So we are super excited about that. Yay. We have people in the stream already. That was fast. Usually takes a couple minutes. Eva says, good morning. Good morning, Eva. We're so glad you're here. Yay. All right. Elizabeth, thank you so much. We're so glad you're here. Steven's here. Yay. Moses here. Good morning. Good morning, Dana. We're so glad you're here.
Good morning.
Yay. Michael Edward McPhee, even though Windows took 2 hours to update, that is insane.
That is insane.
Completely insane. Hey, Nessa, so glad you made it. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, hold on. I have a private chat. Let's see. Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That was me giving you
I just want to make sure Savvy wasn't like locked out or something, because I think we both know that happened. Yeah. So I saw something on Twitter this morning, and I want to know what you guys all think about this today. So this writer, aspiring author, had written that she joined a writer's group, and that she doesn't have a lot of time to write. I think she works full time. And they sort of made this arbitrary rule that you have to write 15,000 words a month or you're out. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's bullshit.
You really think?
No, because like my writing group is just like, don't bring more than 6 pages. Like that's all we ask. Right. Like if you can't write that week, you can't write that week. Like trying to tell people that you have to maintain a certain work ethic schedule is elitist. It's insensitive. And quite frankly, it's not really understanding that people work at a different level. Like one of the guys who is at my group, he can only write 6 pages a week, you know, and he's like, that's just like what I can do. That's how I function. And of course, like I'm sitting here writing anywhere between like 2,000 and 5,000 words a day. I don't go to him and say, you have to write as much as I do, because that's the standard. Like,
right.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah. It seems very unfair to anybody who has any sort of other life. Some people just write slower. Certainly there have been some fantastic books that have been put out into the universe that took 5 or 10 years to write. Not everybody can write at the same speed. And I think the thing that sort of upset her is they basically said, like, if you're not writing 15,000 words a month, you're like a pretend writer.
No, that you don't need to be around people like that. That's fucking bullshit.
That's what I said. It's kind of judgy for a support group. And I think the other thing about that is that, what about all the other things that writers have to do? We have to edit, and somebody else mentioned, like, what about querying and things like that? Like all those things,
marketing,
are also writer activities. I certainly go through months. Plus, don't you have times? I mean, I do, in between books, where I take big chunks of time off, not big chunks, but sort of mid-sized chunks off, right? And am I not an author during those times when my brain is resting? Because that's part of the creative process too. I don't know, Joan, what say you? What do you think?
Yes, I think the same as Carrow. It's ridiculous. When I imagine myself to be in the place of this group, maybe they don't want people who just lead there, who just, I don't know, but I think it's not a good environment.
Yeah, right. For a support group, not very supportive.
Yeah, very supportive. I think the one time, because I have been judgy, it's true. The one time I was judgy on one person was he brought like really bad writing. Like he usually had like better writing, and he brought like some crap one week. And I was kind of like, like, what are you doing when you write this stuff? And he's like, well, I only write when I'm at work. And I'm like whenever you're at work? He's like, no, you see, when work is like got nothing going on, that's when I decide to write. And that's when the quality of my writing shows. And so I got judgy because I was like, if you really want to make a book and you wanted to make it the best you can, you're going to make time outside of work.
Right.
And that's the only time I've been judgy. Like that was the only time.
Yeah, I think and certainly there are some times when you can't do that, especially if you have little kids when I first started writing my first book, my son was a baby, and I was really lucky that he took 3-hour naps every day, so I could write during that time. But there were plenty of times, especially like when we got his bedtime to be earlier, where he didn't take those 3-hour naps anymore. And then I had to like carve out, a little bit here, a little bit there. All right. So Steven says he saw that on Twitter last night. Total bullshit, as Carrow says. Yes. All right. Hey, Devin, we're so glad you made it today. So glad. All right.
I'm like trying to find this thing now. Where is this tweet? I have to find it.
I wrote, if you look on Twitter at my, if you can see like my tweets and replies, I just replied to it and said, like, judgy for a support group or something similar to what I just said. And it wasn't like right before I came in here. Hold on, let me see if I don't have it up because I closed all my windows because I was trying to.
I found you. Don't worry.
Right,
my online stalking ability is at level 10.
Right, you're super skilled. I agree. Right, so I mean, some requirements I suppose are okay, but I don't know what. If it's a writing group, you should go if you want to, and there has to be some reciprocity, I guess. Like if other people are going to read your stuff, you have to read theirs. But other than that, it doesn't really. It feels like you're excluding a lot of people who could be incredible writers who just don't happen to have, all day, every day to write. All right. So yes, everyone does write at a different pace. Totally agree with you, Stephen. Michael says they're effing insane if they think most people can write 15,000 words a month. They're going to be seeing that 20 times to edit their stuff. Well, yes, there's that. It's okay, Michael. Thank you for the effing. Although I have to say, I always tell my kids I'm a writer and I use all the words, including bad ones. Emily says there are plenty of words. Right? Do they have to be good words, or can you write like a solid 5,000 words in a month and then just make the rest of them blah or ketchup? All right. That's way harsh. Yes, I agree. Right. So it's okay to set goals for yourself, but and even with Nano, it's voluntary. It's not like they're like, you're going to be kicked out of the writer club if you don't knock out your word count. There are plenty of people who bond and help each other during Nano who don't finish their word count. So there's that. All right, good. We have we got a lot of people on. Some writers have disabilities and need long breaks. That's a really good point. Dahl, she's blind. She's constantly working, but edits take way longer for her, understandably, than than they do. And she actually participates. She might be here today. She participates in the word sprints, but just the way that she writes, that's not the best possible scenario for her. So I think the fact that she writes, she continues to produce and grow as a writer is, that's what's important. I don't think a number is the most important thing. Oh, Bonnie, I'm so sorry that everyone in your house has been sick. I hope you can write today. It always sucks when you come back after an illness, doesn't it? Like you're still, I don't know. I feel like if I'm like infested and gross, it takes me a while. Hey, Daily Brown Ninja. Hello, I love when it combines all of our names every week, and it's sort of awesome. I think the Daily Brown Ninja sounds like it could be a superhero. Let's think on that, shall we? All right. Okay. I don't know. I think you add ninja to anything, really, and it sounds like a superhero. So I don't know. All right, Carol, you looked at the tweet. What do you have to say about it?
Oh, I left thoughts on there.
Would you care to share them with us?
Sure, I responded to the tweet with the following tweet of, who the fuck are these people to make a rule like this? Everyone writes at a different level and pace. Leave them to themselves and find a better group. There's one out there, promise.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. All right. So
you got me all fired up. I was like, who are these people?
Before we get started, you guys, some people can benefit from arbitrary goals. I can see why such group. Yeah, it's for sure. I think it's just really, she felt so bad about it. And I think labeling people pretend writers if they cannot meet arbitrary deadlines is a little unfair and not very nice. But
and some people just some people write at a fucking different pace. They do. Rachel Aaron writes anywhere between 6,000 and 16,000 words a day.
Right.
And she talks about how to do it, but not everybody can do that.
No.
I'm very angry about this.
I know. I read it not very, pretty soon before we came on, and I was the same way. I was like, all crazy.
Yeah, but maybe if you don't look at it in this way, that everybody should do it and can do it, but maybe this is this special group who just wants people who can do it. Like you have a group for Roman writers, and if you don't say everybody who's not a romance writer is crap, then it's okay.
Right.
I'm more, hey Savvy.
Hello everyone.
Hey Savvy.
I dislike more that they diss the people who can't write 50K in a month as not as a writer.
That is my problem with it too. That they literally labeled everybody who's not willing or able to do 15,000 words.
What about poems? What about fucking poems?
What?
I said, what about poems? Poems don't take up that many words.
Right.
So are you going to tell a poet that they're a pretend poet because they didn't write that many fucking words? Who are these people?
15K or you're a pretend writer. Savvy. So we are so for everybody who you guys all know Savvy. Savvy is a fellow author tuber. She often joins us. Most weeks she's here. And we are talking about this tweet that happened either last night or this morning.
Oh my God, Twitter drama. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, right? So a writer tweeted that she had joined this writers group and she finally found a support group, but then they made this sort of arbitrary rule that you get kicked out if you don't write 15,000 words a month. She can't write that much because she has a pretty full schedule.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about okay, well maybe that part is okay about it, but anybody who can't write 15,000 words a month, according to the group, is a pretend writer. So
that's ridiculous. What?
Yeah.
It's even if you're a novelist, even if you're a rapid release novelist, what if you spend a whole month on cover design and marketing and something else? You don't there isn't a specific schedule you have to stick to. You just have to make one that works. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No, tough shit. You are you are a pretend writer if you are doing cover design.
I mean, also the majority of the books that I have out are children's books that are 500 to 1,000 words a piece. So even if I complete 4 of those, that's still not even 15,000 words, which is what I have out now. So I guess I didn't really write any of those books. That's crazy.
Yeah, sadly, we're pretend writers. I think I'm only making my word count this month because of our live stream. So, Carrow, Empress of the Land. Where's your crown, Carrow? I feel like we had one before for you.
I used to have one made of Legos.
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
I used to have one made of Legos. I need to find it.
All right, that seems so perfect.
It was really uncomfortable though, because it would like dig into my skull and stuff like that.
Plus, the thing about that's true. The thing about Legos is they just fall apart, right? I mean, I've never had a Lego crown, but I know
Legos.
Moving Legos, you pick them up. Big disaster. All right. There's no way to transition out of that to our 5-minute warm-up sprint, but I'm going to try and do it anyway.
I need a moment.
All right. Well,
what are you guys working on? Tell me what you're working on so that way I can transition that way.
Yes. Let's do that. Okay, everybody. Let's share. So because Joan Ninja Hen is our special guest today. Joan, what are you working on today?
I'm working on a chapter from a POV of a new character. So I'm excited about to write on her perspective.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. Fantastic. That is exciting. Savvy, what are you working on today?
Actually, I mean, it's social media copy. That's what I need to get done. I need to get done probably like writing sprint levels of word counts because I was sick last week. So I have not posted on Instagram. I've put no like book related posts on Twitter. I have just like I've been absent from the internet, it feels like. So I am going to be like writing a bunch of Instagram posts and that kind of thing and scheduling them.
Wow.
So hopefully I'll get a ton of those done for the next week or so because I've got a busy couple weeks and I don't want to fall behind again.
Ah, that's fantastic. All right. Everybody look at me and smile because, yay, because it was my intention. Here, one more. I'll do it this way. Yay. It was my intention to do like a little Instagram post before we got started, and I totally forgot. But I was inspired by Savvy's video, which you guys totally have to check out. She did this video in the life of Savvy, which just made me tired to watch it. Like she's just like, I'm
making another one right now as we speak. I'm not gonna lie. So you guys,
it was so it was really fun to watch, and I was like, what? We're in Savvy's video? That's so awesome. So I thought I'd have like a total meta moment, and I'd post it on Instagram.
Whoa.
And now me taking a picture, posting it on Instagram on Savvy's video on, yeah, right? That's like this whole.
I mean, that's what you got to do, right? Doesn't it like take 7 points of contact before someone buys something or something like that? So
when you do an advertisement, the average consumer has to see the advertisement 7 times before they'll consider buying it. And usually when you do something like that, they also need to have some kind of package deal that's associated with it, which is why book series actually sell well in advertisements because it's already complete and it's on discount.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, the more that we like hit it with like, oh, here's this video, here's this live stream, you know, psychologically getting people to pay attention to us.
I think that's true. I think that's definitely true. Plus, it sort of takes people a while to get into a habit. Aphrodite's here. Hello, Aphrodite. Devin says Queen Carrow. Yes.
I just bought the crown.
Hail to the Queen.
Next time I'll wear the crown.
We appreciate that. We could have Royal Day. Okay, Aphrodite is working on getting some coffee.
Oh, I'm going to need more of that. Yeah.
Everyone is like super quiet. All right, here we go. Let's see. Rosalind. Dragging myself up. Food needs to happen. We're so happy you made it today. Yay. That's awesome. All right, nobody's posting their projects today. What are you guys working on? I'm dying to know.
I'm working on this experiment because I'm reading this group for Tamara's Write Stuff book study group.
Yes.
And Rachel Aaron talked about how she wrote a book in a month, and I was just like, well, if she can do it, can I do it? Because like as far as I'm concerned, Rachel Aaron is a machine. Yeah. And she just operates at a whole different level. So I'm not at that level. So I just want to see if her method is going to work for me and how so. I'm very intimidated. But she gave herself 3 days to outline. Well, she didn't give herself 3 days, but she outlined her book in 3 days. So I'm on day 3 right now. So I'm finishing the outline.
I'm actually a good outliner in a speedy time period. Like the book that I'm working on now actually outlined in the bathtub. Like I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep because I had this idea for a book, and I literally outlined the entire thing on the notes function on my phone.
Oh, that's nice.
The entire book it all just came to me in one giant thing. Speaking of that book, that is what I will be working on tonight. Today. I'm still trying to finish it. I have had, like Savvy, I was a little sick last week. Plus, we had the video on anti-heroes that we did the collaboration. We did. Carrow did a great video on that. You guys gotta check that out. I did one. Robert Jones did one.
Everybody did great videos. They were all good.
Yeah, they were all really fantastic, and it was put together by a guy that I would not have met had it not been for
Instagram,
right?
Yeah.
Danny, DR Ranger Writing. That's his YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check him out.
He's so charming. He is so nice. Yeah.
He actually is going to co-host with us one day soon, we think, because he works. So this is like the middle of the night for him, but he occasionally gets a Thursday off, and he's asked to co-host. So, and Robert put in a good word for him. So we'll have him on as soon as he has a day off. All right. Helping others while marketing yourself, no better feeling. Yes, absolutely true, Bonnie. Absolutely true. All right. Steven's going to be working on the rewrite for his epic fantasy. That is exciting. I hope that turns out really well. Michael's still working on the Only One Bed story. Definitely have to trim some more. Oh, already at 8K. And not at the first sexy scene. So, for you guys who read Save the Cat, the original Save the Cat, not the novel, I think the rule's like sex by 60, isn't it? Sex by page 60.
Well, keep in mind that each page is supposed to be like one scene in the movie as well. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Still, it's never too early to have sex. Okay.
Netflix opens with that, so.
Right. You know those horror reality game shows like Elevator, Who Done It, Release the Hounds? I'm writing a story where one of those gets way too real. Okay, can I say something? I do know, I have heard of Elevator. I've never watched it, but I do know those horror game shows because my significant other was the horror geek on Beat the Geeks on Comedy Central. So that's awesome, though. I think that's such a fantastic idea. I love it. CO Savvy drafted my YA anime fantasy. Ooh, that's cool. 5 chapters and done. Look at you guys. We better get you writing. Hello, Tina. So glad you're here.
You can.
Aphrodite's working on production meeting notes for tonight. All right. I have no idea. It takes so long for the comments. I have no idea what you're agreeing with, but I'm sure it was awesome. All right. Daydreaming last night with Aphrodite's. I'm researching LLCs for my area. Yay. Fantastic. Sex on page 1 is fun. All right. Ooh, it's steamy in here. I think we need to cool down with a writing sprint.
Oh, yeah. Nice segue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see how I did that.
10 out of 10. Good job.
Thank you. I don't know. It's sort of an awkward transition, but I'm going to take it. All right, you guys, let's get started. We're going to start with a 5-minute warm-up sprint, and then we'll go to our regular 20-minute sprints after that. So, all right, everybody, let's get writing. Oh, stop. Okay, so hold on. Our thing has a mind of its own. Ding. Sorry about that. Ding.
Ding, 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 ding. No budget here. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to get back and I like clicked the wrong window. That was my spaz for the day. So thank you. All right. Who do I have? Oh, I've got Savy's not on. All right. Sorry about that, Savvy. Yay. All right. I'll confess. Big fat zero trying to do other stuff. But I'm going to be better on the next sprint. So how do you do, Carrow?
I fleshed out a couple more scenes and I'm getting the outline set up in Dabble so that way I can write in Dabble.
Awesome. I have not tried Dabble yet. I'm very interested in that. How about you, Joanne? What did you do today?
66 words.
Ooh.
Yay. Very nice. Very nice. Savvy, how are you doing?
So I made one Instagram story graphic, which is not as much as I wanted to do, but partway through, so at the very beginning, I was like, I'm going to check on my 3D print that I started running. And it turns out Tyler was using the 3D printer last night, and he put in a different color of plastic, which is not his fault. I should have checked that ahead of time. So my toy that I'm making started printing in the wrong color of plastic, so I have to go swap that out. So I just freaked out real quick, and that took up like a whole minute. So I got really behind, but I made one Instagram story.
So 20% of your warm-up writing time was spent freaking out, and the rest was productive. So
exactly. So you know what? That's not a bad ratio.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not too bad. I certainly have had plenty of days where I screw around for 20% of my day. All right. How did all of you guys do? Let's go back to our little conversation here. Let me see. All right, hold on. Oh, I know where we left off. Aphrodite, sex on page 1 is how she rolls. That's how I remember. I'm like, oh, I'll stop there because I'll definitely remember that when we come back. So Sarah's here. Thank you so much for coming today. Oh, hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you again. Okay. Yeah, right. Thank you. Bonnie is waiting time to edit, writing sprints. Story turned explosive. Little over so far. That's awesome. All right. We want to know, how'd you do on this one? Good job. Fantastic. Thank you, Eva. Oh my gosh. You guys are hilarious. All right. Hi, Laurel. We're so glad you made it. We just finished up our 5-minute warm-up, so you haven't missed very much yet. You guys let us know how you did with that. How about that's me. Every day I have that moment. Every day. Jennifer says, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Jennifer. We're so glad you're here. Awesome. Yeah. Did I ask everybody? Carrow finished. Joanne, did I ask you what you did? Wait, you did 66 words. Awesome. Me, big fat zero. I did respond to several comments, so I should take those, right? So I think I have 11 words on the last sprint.
All words matter.
They do. And I pulled up the 20-minute timer, so there's that, right? Mm-hmm. So that is good. Yeah, I already did that. Yes, that should just be like our constant banner. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Lemon and ginger tea. It's a good way to start, I think. If you're a lemon person, I'm actually not. I love like all the other citrusy fruit. Well, that's not true. I do not like grapefruit and I do not like lemon because I'm a sugar addict. So I like tangerine and orange and pineapple. I'm not a lemon person. What about you guys? I know this is a weird question, but I'll tell you why I want to know in a second.
I love lemon and ginger tea and lemon in general.
Fantastic. All right. What about you, Carol? Lemon or no lemon?
I like lemon heads.
That's lemon. I think lemon heads.
There's lemon juice in there, yeah.
Yeah.
What are lemon heads?
It's a type of candy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You need me to make a sign.
Yeah, they're like really tiny and it's got like the lemon like juice coating and then it's just got pure sugar on the inside. So, but the fun thing about it is if you eat too many, you'll actually chemically burn your tongue. I say that from experience.
That is fun, Carol. That sounds exciting.
Because
What
when
about you, Gabby? Lemon or no lemon?
I think it depends. Like sometimes I like lemon tea, but I think I drink so much lemon tea when I'm sick that now drinking lemon tea makes me feel like I'm sick, like as a like just a psychological thing.
The association. I have the same thing. I almost never drink lemon unless I'm sick. And so here's the reason I asked. So in my life as a dating expert, I have frequently done segments on this writer / neurologist / psychologist named Dr. Alan Hirsch, who runs the Smell and Taste Institute in Chicago. He used to be associated, I think, with the University of Chicago, but the guy has he's a neurologist, and he's studied for probably 30 years now the association between taste preferences and personality. And
oh boy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's pretty fascinating research, and having covered, and I don't remember what lemon was, but I'm going to find out. That'll be I'll find out before our next break. Yeah, I don't remember what lemon was, but I was really surprised by sort of the accuracy of it. But apparently personality and your taste preferences are located in the same area in your brain. So, and it was sort of by accident that he made this discovery.
Well, I was going to say, they talk about that in Indian medicine as well, where they talk about how the types of food that you eat actually will tie into like what your current health and your personality traits are. But at the same time, it is kind of tied into like their local religion, where they want you to be like very plain. So they don't like you to have pungent things or sweet things or like all that other stuff. But yeah, I know that's part of their medical thing that they do.
Well, that's interesting.
Ayurveda.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Bonnie is fighting her cold. All right. So how'd you guys do on that last sprint? I'm going like this because we have such a lag today on comments. We have a ton of comments, but there's such a big lag from when people are writing to when it comes over to us on StreamYard. Okay. So I am going to do some progress this time. I'm actually going to write words on our next sprint. So are you guys ready to get started? Or do you want to talk about lemons? Let's write, shall we?
Yeah. We should write.
Who can come up with one? Writing on the spot. Who can come up with a good transition from lemons to writing?
Talking about turning lemons into lemonade, we should do a writing sprint.
Woohoo!
Beautiful. I love it.
If I had like a little buzzer or a bell, I would totally be ringing that for you right now. All right. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't know. Coffee, then ramen, so no writing. So Aphrodite and I are starting from the same spot right here. All right, you guys. So I am going to get us rolling on our 20-minute timer. Here we go. We're going to get rolling. Okay, everybody, let's write for 20 minutes this time. All right, everybody. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys saw this comment. Devin says if you don't write at least 15 words for sprint, you have to leave the chat room.
Oh man, well considering I made Instagram stories during the first sprint, I guess I'm out, guys.
And the host, right? Or co-host.
Off the island. You're not real writers.
I know. It's sad. I'm dying. I was like laughing so hard. No, you don't have to leave. Some of us just make tea during the writing sprints, and that's totally cool with me. I'm just glad you guys are here. Yes. Very good. Yeah. That's writing, right? Racing to find your notebook and your pen before the sprint ends. That's progress.
Yeah.
Gotta do that. Gotta do it.
So Eva, ever the smartass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She did it. Yay! Let's just stay. Aphrodite was up late last night. Woohoo! All right, that's great. If you guys have ever been to Aphrodite's writing sprints, they're awesome. Always entertaining. Yes. Bonnie's got 236. That is yay. I came in at a very strange 301, so there's that. How about you guys? Joanne, how did you do this time?
I think about 190.
Right.
It's difficult to count because I had edited a bit.
Oh, good. That's still writing, editing's still part of the process. That's good. Savvy, how'd you do?
So I'll be honest, I only wrote for the second 10 minutes of the sprint because the first thing I was like, I got to fix the 3D printer. And then I was like, while I'm in the basement, I should do the laundry. And I came upstairs and I was like, I'm hungry. So I made a salad. And then I sat down and then I wrote 293 words of Instagram copy. So
that is kind of
what I scheduled to post on Instagram this week.
So you did your laundry, checked the 3D printer, had a snack, and you wrote 10 words, fewer than I did. So,
okay, but to be fair, I didn't actually get the 3D printer fixed. There's still a lot of problems that I'm going to have to deal with tonight. So I just basically turned it off and was like, I'll deal with this later.
It's going to be fine. It's hard to get that in. It's still absolutely fantastic. I would like to say that even though I have, in addition to my 301 words, I did, in fact, get the timer to beep this time so that everyone was alerted and I didn't have to be the timer myself. So I feel like that is giant.
Also, just to be fair, though, I think a lot of my words are hashtags because it's things that I'm planning to copy and paste onto Instagram. So some of my words are just hashtags. So I don't know how much that counts as words, but
I think a hashtag is a word or part of a word, kind of a word, an Insta word. So I think that counts. Carrow, make us weep. How'd you do?
Oh, I did 10 scene cards about what my villain was doing. So when I do my scene cards about what's happening in the story, I have a mirror one about what the villain's doing. Because I always think that villain should be more active than the hero. So I'm like, what are you doing right now? Tell me.
Yeah. I think that's such a fantastic idea. I tend to do that sort of, I certainly do include in my plot outline what the villain is doing, but I don't do that for tit for tat kind of thing. And I love that idea because a lot of times we just write the villain or the antagonist as someone who sort of only exists to cause problems with the protagonist. Mm-hmm. And so this idea of what are they doing, right? Even if they're just out for evil coffee, it's good to know what they're up to because I think it would add some really serious stuff to the story. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
And it helps me write some other scenes. So I'm the kind of person where I like to have 2 or 3 scenes in a chapter. And so some of these are blank and I'll figure it out when I get there. And so while I was plotting out what the antagonist was doing, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what that scene over here is going to be. And it kind of it always the villain should always have a ripple effect on what the hero's doing, but the hero should connect those dots right away because it's just why does my life suck right now? It just keeps sucking and I don't know why.
Right, exactly. So Michael Edward McPhee, 231, the sexy scene getting intense, had to adjust myself emotionally. Whew. My. All right, good. 16 words just to be safe. Thank God, Devin. We didn't want to have to kick you out. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stephen wrote 309. Woo, woo. Yay. Laurel says no words but progress on video editing. Can I just say that feels like whatever double, like take your time and quadruple it. That's your word count. Because video editing is right.
It's
that's
intense.
It is. It takes a lot of brain power to do that. So, yay you, Lauren. That's awesome. Hello, Novel Nana. We're so glad you made it today. I'm so glad to see you. We have had some bizarre and interesting conversations today. All right. We're glad you're here. We like your contribution.
You launched it right into a rant, too. It was like, tell us about this thing that's injustice. And it was like,
I always like to start the stream with an injustice. If you missed the earlier part of the stream, in order to catch you up with the jokes, who wants to explain? Carrow, do you want to explain the tweet?
Somebody made a tweet about how they weren't going to be part of the writing group because the writing group said that they had to write 15,000 words a month or they couldn't join. And we all got very angry about this. Because if you didn't write that much a month, you weren't actually a writer.
Right. You were a pretend writer. A pretend writer. You can't crank out 15,000 words a month. So this is how, so this is how Devin's 15 words a sprint came. Yeah. Anyway, so to catch you up, we all think that's a big load of crap. All right.
They're probably trying to justify it by saying you only have to write 500 words a day, but like that doesn't matter.
Some people can't write every day. Some people can't write. I hardly ever write on the weekends unless it's nano. I think a lot of people can't write every day, especially people who have jobs and kids. Sometimes life is there. It's good if you can do a little something every day, even if you write 10 words or 20 words, so you keep up the progress and you keep thinking about your project. Because a lot of the work of writing is thinking about things and solving problems and creating problems. So, it's important to sort of stay engaged in your project, but you don't necessarily have to be writing 15,000 words a month. Nihilist geek. Okay, so let me say, I saw your comment and I haven't had a chance to respond. I had said, he commented on my video yesterday and basically said, something very sweet. And I said that the live stream would not be the same without him. And he said, well, then it won't be the same tomorrow. I was going to send you a sad emoji, but now you're here and I can just tell you in person.
Yay.
We're so glad you made it. Yay, yay. All right. Eva says, I made food, no words. Don't be like me. You did get your 15 words in earlier. Don't forget. You're still okay. You're still in the club, baby. All right. Yay, Novel Nana. Thank you, Jennifer. Aphrodite's on a phone call. She's using words on the phone call, right? Still nothing. That's okay, Aphrodite. We're glad that you're here. You bring good vibes. All right. Yay, Jennifer Brown. You're welcome. I hate to be out of the loop too. We had like a rush of people come in. Does texting count? Yeah. I think if hashtags count, then texting counts. All right. I only count my words in sprints now. See, there you go. All right, fantastic. 15,000. Yes. 15,000 words. That is total crap. Chronic medical. Okay, so Rosalind says, I have chronic medical issues. I like hanging out and writing with y'all because it boosts my productivity without putting ridiculous amounts of pressure on me. Aw, I'm so glad. We're so glad you're here. Yay. All right. Oh, before we go back and do our next sprint, I have to ask you guys a question Carol brought up today. All right. Novel Nana says, as long as you're making progress, who cares what anyone thinks? Hear to that. If I were drinking this time of day, I would be cheersing you right now. My story gave me flashbacks like, oh my God, that's the worst. I'm really tired, but I'm going at it again here in a little bit. Yay. I'm so glad you're here with us.
Yay.
That's hard too. Like when you have part of your story that brings up some personal stuff for you. I remember, like, on my first novel, waking up in the middle of the night. You know how when you wake up in the middle of the night, you almost never need to edit it. Like, it always comes out, just flows out of you perfectly. But I was writing this scene about how the main character essentially felt like she was orphaned because her parents had died when she was young, and she'd really been raised by, like, her great aunts. And that, you know, as she was hitting her 30s, they're all in their 80s and 90s, and she, like, and they're all sort of dying off one by one, and then they're gone, and she feels like she's sort of alone in the world. And I had just lost one of my great aunts who I loved to death. And I just wept. Like, I just could not stop crying. And, like, it affected me for like 3 days. Like, this terrible thing. So I feel you. Perfection anxiety taking over. So I'm ready to throw away that fear for the next sprint. Woo! Yes. All right. 15,000 words. Yeah, right? 1,500 words a month. You go, okay, you're still invested. You can probably pull that up. Like, you can do that in, like, a good, you know, in a day. But no, 15. They insisted on 15,000, or else you were a pretend writer. I keep doing air quotes, and I hate when people do that. Now I've done it like 7 times. So, okay, this morning or last night, I'm not sure because I'm terrible about checking Facebook. Carrow pointed out to me that I had said in the last stream that I would put stuff in there, and that I had not. And then I looked at it today, and there was some sort of glitch, because there is literally no description at all in last week's video. There are no links, there are no friends, there are no nothing. So if you guys remember something that I said I would link to last week, please put it in the comments. I will make some notes, and I would promise to do that. I just realized today that there's no description at all. It doesn't even say hey or anything. It's completely blank. No idea.
I can't even remember why I went back to the video. I was like, oh, she had that thing, and I need to grab that link. And I was like, there is nothing here.
No, I will rectify that today. Thank God we have Carrow. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys. So,
I was worried you were thinking I was snooping on your stream and telling you what to do. I was like, I hope she takes this the right way. I can't find stuff.
On you to snoop on our stream and tell me what to do. So I certainly hope you are. That's part of your job here. No. Right? You're extra skilled at getting all of the details. Okay, here we go, everybody. Speaking of details, let's add some to our current works in progress. And that was like
I like it.
Okay. All right, let's get rolling on our next writing sprint. Share my screen. Let's do it. Hold on. Look at this. I have the timer all queued up. Look at that. I feel like somebody who knows what they're doing. Well, I'm sure I'll prove myself, you know, wrong, but for this second, I'm feeling good. All right, you guys, I'm going to start the timer. Let's get ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Somebody's typing like the wind.
That's me. I want to finish these hashtags real quick.
No, do it. Keep doing it. Keep going. Fantastic. Yay, I had a good sprint that time.
Me too.
Although I had to keep making myself notes because I keep thinking about trying to think about all the things that I promised during the last live stream that did not end up in the description. So if you think of something that I said I was going to put in there, here's what I have so far. Let me know in the comments. What did I say? Oh, now I can't find the piece of paper. Okay. Stuff I promised. Link to the anti-hero videos. Carol had something coming out. What did you have last week that we were going to link to?
If I don't write it down, I don't remember.
That's okay. I usually do keep notes. I should dig around on my desk. They're probably here, actually. And I try to like write the time stamps in, so if I need to go back and like link in the thing, I can.
Oh, that's smart.
And we were going to do a link to Joanne.
Yes.
Right? Because she has done these super cool animated book covers, which is like a new business for her.
Oh, I love them so much.
She did one for you, Carol. Is that right?
Yeah, she did one for me. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, right? She did one for
me too, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to. I'm planning to share it all over social media next week.
I know. Well, see, it's good that you're doing social media during these sprints.
Yeah.
Mine, I love it. It's like the little sun goes up. It's so you get a little wave. It's so fantastic. I absolutely love it.
What I think
I'm really glad you like it.
I love
her Sculpt Yourself because it's like people changing their body proportions. She animated on the cover, like I had a little female bathroom sign and she added its body like moving in and out. And it was the coolest thing. I love it.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I love stuff like that. I think it's so cool. And it's like, mine is just like subtle enough where you're like, did that move? But then you see like the sun's going up. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So tell us, because, you know, a lot of authors have like little side gigs that they do. So tell me, like, how did you start doing this? Because it's fantastic. It's like totally incredible.
I don't know. I make I make pictures for my story. So every chapter has one pictures or two, and I just enjoyed it. And I saw on Twitter that someone animates book covers, and I thought, oh, I want an animated book cover as well. So I animated my own book cover and loved it very much. And so I thought, oh, I can do this for other people as well. So I offered it, and I'm very glad you sent me your covers, and I had fun doing it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I mean, it's awesome. They turned out really, really well. I think that's really fantastic. Have you like put up a portfolio somewhere so people can see them? Like
yes, I have.
That looks like something we should include in the links.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's on my homepage, Joan Ninja Hen, and there's a category with animated covers, and you can find my portfolio there. And if someone of you is interested in this as well, at the moment I do it free, but if you like it, you say thank you, and if you like it very, very much, then you can leave a tip if you want.
That's a fabulous idea. Let me write that down. Yeah.
And that was the last we saw of Joanne and her inbox.
Yeah, you're right. She was buried up to her neck in book covers. They're so cool. I think it's super awesome. I love mine. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Where should we leave you a tip? I hadn't even thought about that. That's a genius idea.
No. I mean, for you, I did it for free, but starting now, I feel, I can do it for a tip.
Well, now that we broadcast it to the universe, so maybe I think you're going to be very busy. They're super cute. Right?
Oh, I would hope so.
I really love it. I was like, what can I do with this? I'm so excited. So I think it's fantastic. Yay. I think that's awesome. All right. So I want to know how you guys did on the sprints. I actually had a much better spread this time. And I also want to know how all of you guys, let me know in the comments how you guys are doing on your sprints. And then I also want to go back and talk about all the stuff that I forgot to put in, because I know a ton of you were here last week, and so you probably remembered. And if you came back like Carrow did to find a link and it wasn't there, I want to make sure that I get you the thing that I promised, which usually I'm pretty good about going back right after the stream and putting stuff in. But
I can't even remember why I was going back. Like, I'm sitting here, it's like, I know I wasn't being nosy. I needed something from that description. But whatever it was something I must have been able to find later.
Well, if you think of it, let me know, because if you have this challenge, then somebody else did too.
I think you need to let Savvy back in.
Oh, God. Is Savvy out? No, she just dropped out.
Oh.
She's not
Savvy!
Savvy, come back!
My internet's out. Okay.
Oh, my internet here, she says. My internet cut out trying to reconnect. Okay.
See, Amy's not here to blame. I'm just going to send Amy a message.
There you go. Just because. Speaking of messages, Robert said to tell everybody hello. He misses us. He can be with us here today. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Blah. Okay. So Novel Nana says only a few words. Hubby called. I have to get lunch and bring it to him. So I have to get the grandbaby and myself ready to be seen outside the house. Sorry, I have to cut out. We'll miss you. And thank you very much for hanging out today. Bye, Novel Nana.
Bye, friend.
Oh, Devin, good point. Link to the tweet we've been discussing. That would be helpful. All right. Handmade book covers. Okay. Oh, I just did that. I'm going out of order. I'm sorry. Aphrodite, talk to Joanne. Joanne. I keep doing this because everybody I know whose name is Joan spells it the way you spell your name, but your name is Joanne. I could just call you the ninja. Because, right?
I don't know how my name is pronounced. I'm sorry.
Well, you should know. It's your name. Yeah.
No, my nickname, my pseudonym, my author name is an anagram of my real name.
Oh.
And so these were the letters that were over after Ninja Hen. So it's Joanne.
Oh, well, there you go. We've decided.
It's just me. I'm like the worst with that. Okay. You weren't going to link to Carrow's new book. Yes, I was.
Oh. It's just a tiny little short story. Like 99 cents. I buy coffee with it. This cup of coffee was brought to you by Aphrodite Lee. Thank you, Aphrodite.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is what I was going to link to. All right. Tina got some editing in and plugging the edits into her computer. Good job. I get it. I'm a little bit psychic, and I'm getting the sense that Aphrodite
maybe really like these covers. Like, really, I don't know.
I know. I wish I should have like posted it somewhere so that I could show it.
The cards say that this is a possibility.
Oh, good.
Oh. I didn't even look at them. I'm just making shit up now.
Laurel's making some progress with the video. That's fantastic. She says yes, yes. Faye Black. Awesome, awesome. All right, you guys. So how did you guys do on the last sprint?
I planned out more of what my bad guy was doing, and then I got a fun idea of how I wanted the magic system to go, which I love, but I wanted this outline done today.
Well, there are more sprints coming, so hopefully we'll make that happen. Okay. And Joanne, how'd you do on this one?
Oh, great. I don't remember, but I did great. I think over 260 words, so that's great for me.
It's about doing great. So there we go. I did pretty well. I got like 477 this time, so it was much better for me. Even though I had to keep scribbling little things. I did want to say we had some new faces or new-ish faces today. And I always in the description put a link to our regulars. So if you want to check in the description and you're not in there, will you just give me a heads up in the comments and I will add you in the description. Just because a lot of you guys are writers and a lot of you are writers and Authortubers. So, and I think it's fun because this is such a great little community. I think that was on the list. Okay, so if there's anything you can think of that I promised last week that I did not deliver on as far as the description links, let me know. And if there's something this week that we talk about that you guys want to see, definitely let me know that too. All right. So we'll be linking to Joanne's portfolio, Carrow's new short story, the tweet. For last week, we'll be linking to the Anti-Heroes playlist. We did spend a lot of time talking about that. Carrow's new book. All right, there's other stuff, and I really can't remember. It's going to make me crazy. I'll have to just go back and watch the entire thing. All right, you guys. So who's ready? This is a terrible transition. Who can come up with one better? Joanne, it's your turn. Yes?
No, I just want to say that I'm ready. I'm sorry.
And with that,
I started too soon, yeah.
If Joanne's ready, we're all ready, right?
There you go.
Aphrodite says, ooh, please add me. I love you guys so much. I think you're in there, but I'm going to add you. I'm going to like double, triple check. I think you're in my list. All right, good. Yay. You can link to your Twitter account. Devin. Oh, look at you conveniently putting it in. All right, Dev75. I have to write this down now or I will not get it. Okay, yes, if you want me to add you and I haven't already, definitely let me know in the comments. All right, here we go. Another exciting word sprint is about to happen. Ready, everybody? 3, 2, 1. All right. No Savvy. No Savvy. I'm so sad that she didn't make it back. All right. So I had a good sprint this last time. How did you guys do?
I outlined more things. More outlining.
More outlining, yeah. And you, Joanne, how'd you do?
I'm still counting, but I feel pretty good about it.
That's good.
Oh, 278, so even better than last time.
That's awesome. Fantastic. I did 479, which was 2 more words, and I'm very excited about that because I also went back and edited the description to add in Devin and Aphrodite. So, yay! There's that.
That's good.
Yeah, I know, right? It's good. How did you guys all do? I want to know. Oh, so yay! All right, so they're added now. Oops, I'm not trying to treat all my other people. Oh, that was sweet. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was something else. I didn't mean oh, thanks, Lisa. Those are some nice comments. Okay, so I want to say something. Usually at the end of our writing sprints, I would send you guys over to Carrow's live stream because she used to do one right after we did one here. And apparently we sucked all the energy out of, no, that's not good. She has a great live stream.
My Wednesdays are just really busy. And after a couple of weeks, I realized they weren't going to stop being busy. So I just moved my streams to Tuesdays. So. And
that's 12 noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. So. Yeah. I will make a note in the description. Actually, I think I just did. I'll have to go back and check. Now I can't remember if I did it or not. I either did or I was thinking about it. So, all right. So, Rosalind did research. Yay!
Yay!
Aphrodite got a tad distracted, so off my game. I can relate to that a lot. Almost done with the video, but need to call it quits so she can write. We all need to do that. Yes. All right, fantastic. Well, let us know how you guys are doing. We never heard back from Savvy. I feel bad that she lost her internet. It must have really gone down because we're not even seeing her in the comments after she said it died. So that's not good. Back in the saddle for the next few hours. Got to get done today. I love that attitude. Love it, love it, love it. Look at you. Almost done with the chapter, Stephen. Very nice. Yay.
Yay, friends.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right, you guys. Well, you're not going to believe this. It's 1:05. Generally, it's very hard for me to get done at any even reasonably close to time. But because I'm time challenged, which Carrow, you can see from the expression on her face, is that's not a thing, honey. All right. Yes, that's good. Well, I'm so glad you guys came today and that we're all writing together. And I'm so excited that Joanne decided to co-host today because it was super fun. It was really great.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it was great being here. Got lots done. Lots more to do.
Right? I feel like so. For the day, 1,400 words, which I don't know. I feel like that was pretty productive today because I was really not in a writing mood when I started. So, and you know how that goes. Sometimes if you just sit and start writing, it happens. It comes out, all that stuff. So I think that's an awesome thing. Well, you guys, yay. Thank you, Eva.
Thank you
guys so much for the company because you guys are the reason that this sprint is so much, or this stream is so much fun every week. Because we have the same awesome people coming back every week with sprinkling of new people. So it's always, always super fun. Okay, so don't forget to share your email. I added her.
It's in the comments up above. She shared it earlier, Aphrodite.
Did she?
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Yes, but I can send it to you.
Yeah, let's do it again.
You can find it on my YouTube channel and page is is Joan Ninja Hen as well. So there are thousands ways to me and not much ways away from me.
She's easy to find.
She is easy to find. So I added a link to her portfolio page of some of the book covers that she's done in the description also. But put your email in the comments so that anybody who wants to send you a quick email about this can do that. Aphrodite says, I will look for it. No worries. Nessa, thank you for today's stream. Thank you so much for coming, Nessa. It was so awesome to have you. Steven's Writing Corner. We love you. Oh, we love having you here. Yay. I do more little heart signs for you guys than I think I do in the entirety of the rest of my life, right? Aw. Wait, this way. Aw.
Yeah.
So much. Thank you so much, Jennifer. We're so glad you made it today. All right. She's doing it. There we go. Oh, here we go. It's up. joan.ninja.hen@gmail.com. All right. Yay. Aphrodite says she subbed to you. So
thank you very much.
Speaking of subs, before we go, I want to just have you guys have a little just tell us a little bit about your channels. I know the regulars kind of know, but I know we had some new people today. So let's start with our guest super host, Joan Ninja. I keep doing it. It kills me. Everyone I know it when I think of it.
It's all right. You can call me like you want, Tran or John or Johnny or JNH or what you want.
All right. How about just a badass? How about I'll call you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about your channel because I think it's completely awesome and that everyone should run over there and subscribe right now. But tell us why.
In my channel, I document my journey from 0 to Ninja Hen Hero. And yeah, sometimes I do stuff which is relevant for writers, but mostly I'm just vlogging and yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks for subscribing, Jennifer. That's awesome. Way to be a trendsetter. All right. Carrow, tell us all about your channel, which is awesome.
So on my channel, I talk and whine about the life of a writer, sometimes under the influence of wine. I do drunk book reviews. I do tutorials. I do random videos because it's my channel, and sometimes I just want to post something different. So if you're just kind of looking for writing advice or ranting book reviews, they're all over there. So
they are. There's a lot of good stuff over on Carrow's channel. And I am Lisa Daly, and this is my channel, and I'm a traditionally published author, and I mostly post writing advice, and of course I also do the live streams. And if you want to write a book you're super proud of and get it published, this is the channel for you. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming. This is awesome. You guys are fantastic. And 1:10. I'm never going to get out of here on time at 1 o'clock. Yay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. We will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends. Bye-bye.